Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Dylan Berry.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I've been trying to get you on for a little while, so I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. I saw you coming out the corner of my eye and I was like, oh no, I know what's coming. It's the TMZ Podcast. Glad to be here.
Okay, good. What do you do at TMZ quickly?
I work on the special projects. So a lot of the documentaries that we're doing for streaming, for Fox. I help produce those.
Well, I think there's a few documentaries in the stories we're going to talk to
Oh my gosh.
about today. We're going to lead off with the Titanic. What's going on at the Titanic with the Titan, the submersible that's there, missing still, but there's new information. We're going to talk about Jonathan Majors had Meagan Good by his side, hand in hand, when he's seeing the judge for the first time in his assault case. And finally, we're going to talk about Bebe Rexha. Well, she had an incident with a fan, and then there was another incident with a fan with this singer, Ava Max. So we're going to talk about all of that. But off the top, the disaster, the potential tragedy that looks like it's unfolding at the Titanic shipwreck. The new information we're getting is that banging can be heard like every 30 minutes from sonar there. So it leads people to believe that potentially these 5 people on board may be still alive.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like all the different kind of clues that have come out, like since Sunday, since the capsule went missing, like there was that time of like, we have to figure out where these people are. And then, the sonar, that's got to be eerie. If you're already looking in the depths of the ocean for this missing capsule and you're hearing banging, like, I don't know if that's is helpful or if it is something else, like if it's a false hope type thing or if this is, we could find it.
Well, I wonder if the banging can help you like pinpoint exactly where they are, like using different waves, like audio waves throughout the water. Then you can like, oh, they must be pinpoint down there. God, if they are down there banging, trying to get rescued, can you imagine what hell they are in right now? Because we're in the last 24 hours potentially of them having enough oxygen in that tank. Can you imagine what they must be going through in there?
I can. There's 5 of them down there. That we saw the capsule yesterday. There was all that footage of what it looked like inside and all the parts that were attached to it. And it definitely doesn't look comfortable. Like even if you're down there for 10 hours, like 10 hours would feel like a lot of time. But the fact that they had only 60 hours of oxygen and then losing communication, the fact that the capsule could be stuck on something that is just out of their control. I can't imagine. I mean, I don't like small spaces anyway, but to be in literally the depths of the sea, like they're at the bottom of the ocean right now. That is unreal.
And 13,000 feet down is almost unfathomably deep. Like it's so far beneath the surface of the water. When you kind of think about it, it's easier to understand that why it's so hard to find them. Yeah. Because you could be on the surface of the water and the Titanic's not directly beneath you because it's just like you're so far beneath. What would you be doing if one of your parents were on board that? And I'm sorry to sound morbid, but I'm setting up my next point.
No, yeah. I mean, definitely going to a Blink-182 concert would be a tough move to do. And the stepson of the billionaire on board posted a photo. This was a big part of this story. Posted a photo at a Blink-182 concert saying, I know that I probably... That's the funniest part.
He said, like, my family would want me to be here or something.
My family would want me to be here was just, oh, dude.
He tagged Blink-182.
Tagged Blink-182. And Cardi B seemed to speak for all of us yet again. She kind of talked a little bit about seeing this guy, seeing him post, being like, dude, you need to be sad. This is a time you get pissed that I'm gone.
Yeah, you need to be sad. Let's actually have a listen to what Cardi B said about this kid.
One of the billionaires, their stepson, is at a concert, right? At a Blink-182 concert. And people is like, well, what is he supposed to do? Be sad at the house? Is he supposed to go look for himself? Yes. You're supposed to be at the house sad. You're supposed to be crying for me. You're supposed to be right next to the phone waiting to hear any updates about me. You're supposed to be counseling your mom and shit. Like, isn't it sad that you a whole fucking billionaire and nobody gives a fuck about you? Like,
I like that point, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got all the money in the world, but your son, instead of sort of like, worrying, he's like, all the small
All the-
things. Like he's on someone's shoulders right now as you're banging on the side of the vessel. Like,
and he probably just thought like only my friends are gonna see this, and maybe some friends would be like, ugh. But then the news is gonna find the family members, and this is just.
I like that Cardi saying that.
Yeah.
She's very like.
She
on
just says it
tone.
how it is. Yeah.
She really does. So as we stand, like, I guess if we haven't sort of found them and rescued them within the next 24 hours, it's not good. But even if you do find them, you have to try to drag them up from 13,000 feet under, and then you have to open the vessel from the outside. Like we don't have very much time to work with.
Yeah.
You're hoping for a miracle.
Yeah, miracle seems to be the word.
Man, it would have to be some sort of miracle that many scientists, many people who are familiar with these types of situations, they're saying it'd have to be a miracle.
Yeah. It's and I mean, even if they're not found, soon, I imagine the wreckage will still be searched for, over the next couple weeks.
Well, because maybe there was like a crack in the in the thing and it imploded, and which people say would have been the good thing to have happened, because then it's
quicker.
It's quick as hell, and then you're out. But if you're just there, sort of like it's a horror movie.
Yeah,
it's an absolute horror movie.
Yeah, it's like you said, like this is gonna be a documented story for sure, because this has been a story that's taken over the world. Like everyone is talking about this. Every outlet is talking about it. So it's. I don't know. People want to see some type of resolution. Might be happy, might not be, but
yeah,
need a miracle.
I think we will get, us as sort of like the audience watching on, as morbid as that sounds. I think there will be a conclusion to this story one way or the other, because we will find that submersible at some point, and hopefully the people are still sort of like alive and able to be rescued. Like, you just got to keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, on to our next story. Jonathan Majors, who is in all sorts of hot water, allegedly assaulted, harassed his now ex. He showed up to court the first time he was meeting the judge. The court case starts August 3rd. He was hand in hand with his new girlfriend, Meagan Good. I can understand why he would like his new girlfriend next to him, but what the hell is she doing at like a domestic abuse court case, having dated this guy a month or two? Like, I was just so perplexed when I just saw her in her shades, walking in hand, like a spouse supporting her man. Yeah. Like, it's
a new girlfriend. Like, if it's true, they started dating in May. Like, and it's June, and you're already coming to court dates for something that has to do with a relationship issue. That now she's in a relationship with. It's crazy. And I think this relationship the whole time has been shocking to people, of like, why is Meagan Good with him? And everyone's like, oh, is this for, to make his image look good? Well, now she's going to court with him. Like, they've traveled the world. He's met her family already, and now they're in court. So it's just kind of crazy. She's standing right by him, but it must be legit.
Right. I mean, you would have thought it must be legit, because you're right. They've had this whirlwind romance where they started dating almost as soon as these assault allegations came out. Like the week or two around then.
He lost everything and then got Meagan Good somehow. Like he lost, Marvel stuff. He lost sponsorships, but he gets Meagan Good, and it's going great.
It must be going great. Like, they must be like the most in love, best chemistry, because I can't imagine standing by your man at that stage.
What do you talk about? Like, obviously this is something he's going through, and if you're going through something like this, it's probably on your mind constantly. Stressed and like, working through the case, like even just having a relationship, dating someone during like all this mess, and then still trying to get your career together. I don't know. I mean, it must be love.
It must be. Or I was thinking that maybe he's got that magic D or something that. Like, because I can't.
But to go to court for it?
I think you do anything for that. Like, I mean, I'm not familiar with these types of situations because no girls stood by me through anything. But I can't believe that they've been dating such a short time, and then she's like willing to be in the photo op in court, because like she honestly doesn't know if he's innocent or guilty either. Like, she just knows what we know and what he tells her, and like, so she's like, I can't begin to understand why it was a good idea to go to. Why can't he just stay home at least?
Yeah.
Stay home and support him from the sidelines. Maybe send off a tweet, but to rock up to court with him, having gone to this big Morocco trip.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's like now when you Google Meagan Good and you look up Meagan Good, it's going to be attached to Jonathan Majors, and like these photos in court, these live for a long time,
Right?
You know, and like these are big steps to take with someone. Yeah, I mean, to go all the way to court, you'd think that'd be the thing to be like, you can stay home with it. We go to Morocco, we can go shopping, we can go to the beaches, anywhere. Stay home for court, but no, she's like, I'm going.
Because I mean, clearly this signals that she's going to be there throughout the trial. And his old girlfriend, his ex, will be in the courtroom too.
Wow,
Meagan
what a
Good,
scene!
It's just such a scene. Like she is really. I'm quite like captivated by what's going to happen.
Maybe they were friends too for a long time too. I don't know. It does seem very fast, but
very fast.
Yeah.
Magic D.
D.
Think about it.
It could be.
Your name's Dylan. Has anyone ever called you Magic D?
No one's called me Magic D. I'd like that nickname. I'd like that reputation too, but I'm like you, man. I'm
gonna start spreading it. Well, I mean, a bit weird if I was the one to know, but maybe. All right, Magic D. On to our next story. Bebe Rexha.
Ooh.
A couple days ago, she got hit in the face with a phone. A fan threw a phone on stage, hit her in the eye, black eye. Well, the show must go on. She's back on stage now, black eye and all. Yeah. And the guy who threw the phone, Nicholas Malvagna, he went to court. Like, there's photos of him, like because he was charged with harassment and assault. And the reason I'm laughing is just like the photos of this guy heading out of the court. Like, imagine if that was me or you, and then everyone, all of our friends were like, "You were at the Bebe Rexha concert?
Yeah.
You were the one who threw the phone at the Bebe Rexha concert?"
So funny. And it sounds like at the concert too, everyone in that like crowd was outing him like right when he threw it. Everyone's like, "Dude, it was this guy. It was this guy." And so yeah, now he's known as the Bebe Rexha phone guy.
Yeah, well, in court, he said that he was kind of just trying to see if he could hit her with the phone to be funny. His lawyer backtracked from this statement saying, "Oh, no. He wanted her to take like a picture and then throw the phone back to him somehow." I think that's lawyer speak and trying to like, get on the defense. He just he pegged a phone at her to try to be funny. Like, why would you do that? Like, as a fan, why would you go to a concert and then try to like knock out the lead singer?
Yeah, I've seen at concerts like on the walkways coming out, people will like set their phones out, and like that's a way for like Taylor Swift to know like, oh, this person wants me to pick up their phone, take a selfie, maybe with them, and then put it back. But to go the extra mile of chucking your phone at Bebe Rexha, if you watch that video, she's walking into the light. She can't see anything, and that phone just hits her right in the face. It's crazy. Phones are a problem at concerts already. Like, you go to any concert, we get concert clips all the time, and you see just the sea of cell phones that are just up in the air. I think cell phones should just be banned from concerts.
Wow.
I think a lot of people would be on board with that because it's
I
mean, yeah, it's just so many people wanting to get their little moment of glory on social media.
You could never do it, but imagine if cell phones were just banned from events.
Yeah.
Just in general, any event, you walk into like, SoFi Stadium, no phones. Just like enjoy the experience, guys. You don't have to have your phones there with you. I don't know why this guy would throw his phone, because surely you're not getting it back. Like, this is a $1,000 piece of hardware, and Bebe Rexha is not going to go, "Oh yeah, this is his Nicholas's Malvagna's phone." Like, "Oh yeah, let's get it back to him." I don't know as we stand if he has the phone back right now or not.
That's a good question. Yeah,
probably not.
I mean, there's gonna be no photos on there too.
It'll be wiped.
This is like it's the videos that we're seeing. Like that's unfortunately now his memory.
That is
like,
it.
He wanted a memory, but now his memory's just blasted all over the internet.
Because that happened a couple of days ago, the Bebe Rexha thing, and then there was another incident with this singer Ava Max in LA.
That's great.
You know Ava Max?
Ava Max, yeah, Sweet But Psycho. Yeah, good song.
Wow.
Great song.
I wasn't familiar.
Yeah.
Well, she was. Maybe this was you actually at the concert last night, Magic D. You like someone ran on stage and like slapped her in the face. Why do fans think that they have that sort of like they're allowed to disrupt or interrupt? Or he just ran on stage. I don't know if he was trying to slap her in the face, but he certainly did, and like he hurt her eye. Like
he scratched the inside of her eye, is what she said.
Yeah.
And yeah, just not cool, man. Like, it's crazy how you go to these concerts and people just want their own moment.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is. And it's like, dude, you're there to see a great performer, to hear great music. I don't know, it's sad.
I think you kind of, because of social media and everything,
Yeah.
you kind of feel like you know the artist maybe, and you, in a weird way, you feel like maybe the artist might know you.
Yeah.
Because they know their fans and they love their fans. And so it makes you think that you're entitled to, I don't know, some one-on-one type experience with, like, they'd really love me. But it's just, it's psycho.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
And well, like you get some artists too who maybe respond better. Like I remember Adam Levine was like kind of tackled, but he was being hugged and he kind of hugged the fan and like pushed her. It was a few years ago. But like people see those videos too. Or, you know, like Post Malone is fun with his fans. Like they might think like, oh, you know, this artist, she might be fun with her fans. So I'm going to run up there. I'm going to throw my phone. And it's just, it always ends up.
You never know which way it's going to go, I guess.
Yeah.
You're crossing, I guess that's what
But people want their moment.
streakers do too. You kind of think that maybe you're going to be the guy that evades this and evades that one and then jumps over the thing. But maybe you're going to be, I mean, I can't remember what country musician it was, but he ended up kicking a fan in the face. Like she held onto his boot or something like that, and he ended up kicking her in you never know. It could go really well or really badly. Yeah. You're going to get a moment of some degree, but you just don't know if it's going to be like flattering for you. Maybe you just kind of take your chances, a few drinks in. It's
definitely a few drinks in, I feel like, with most of these people.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
Is there any celebrity or singer you would jump on stage for to try to get like some? I'm not saying you throw something at them. Maybe, you know, a quick kissy on the cheek or a hug or something like that. Who would you?
Dude, I mean, I got too much respect, you know, for those. But I mean, I will say if like Dua Lipa was on stage, you know, I'm a big fan of Dua Lipa. I would love to go up with Dua Lipa on stage and dance with Dua Lipa. But I think I would be tackled pretty quickly.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see that.
And I can't take a hard tackle. Like you and I, we both can't take a hard tackle.
We're twigs.
So you really shouldn't.
We shouldn't. But Dua Lipa, I like that.
She'd be the one worth doing it for, I'd say.
Yes, you were to say.
If I'm gonna break ribs, if I'm gonna get thrown in jail, like it's probably.
And hey, maybe she would nurse you back to health.
Right. See, that's what goes through their head. It's like, oh, maybe she'll like tell him to stop and then ask to
kiss me.
Yeah, maybe she's like, wait, I love this guy. Yeah. This is Magic D. Like, this is it.
That's a good place to end. Thank you very much, Dylan. I appreciate you coming on the pod today. All right, guys, we'll see you here tomorrow.